So people want to know, are essential oils safe? And I would say that millions of people using essential oils over thousands of years would indicate that they're pretty safe to me. But there are a few things that you want to make a note about in your use of them. For example, there are certain oils, the citrus oils, that are photosensitive. So what that means is you would not want to apply those oils to your skin on a part that would be exposed before you go out in the sun. Those are lemon, tangerine, grapefruit, orange, bergamot, and all of the citrus oils are photosensitive. Okay, it's not a big deal. You can still have them just in a place that's covered up. Also, when using on your skin, you want to have a carrier oil nearby to dilute it. Remember earlier I talked about dilution and when you would want to use it. So a carrier oil can be something like coconut oil. So Young Living has an oil called V6. A lot of times I love to use organic olive oil. There's also jojoba oil. There's a lot of them. Now what these carrier oils are completely different than essential oils. These are fatty oils, so their molecules are very big, and that would slow down the absorption of these tiny little molecules in essential oil from going too quickly into your skin. So you can use a little bit of a carrier oil with just one drop of essential oil. Number one, it helps you use maybe less essential oil over a wider area, but it also slows down the rate that your skin is absorbing the oil. So if you're just getting started and you want to be extra careful, you can use them with carrier oils. There are plenty that are safe to use completely undiluted. I use many of them, but start slow. That's fine. As a matter of fact, speaking of dilution, I would also start, if you're going to start on children, their skin is very permeable, so start with a carrier oil. Start slow, and then you start slow and low. That means it's safer to go down to the bottom of their feet, where essential oils can still access all parts of the bloodstream, but the skin is a little thicker, not as sensitive, so that's a good place to start for kids. So start slow and start low, dilute with kids if you want. It's probably better to be safe than sorry, and then you learn from there. Okay, be wary of putting oils right around your eyes. It's obviously not safe to put oils in your eyes or in your ears. You can use them all around, but even putting them around, you want to be careful with some oils like peppermint. They're considered hot oils, and they can make your eyes water. So I've had people before put peppermint on, which can be very refreshing and feel very good to use peppermint on your forehead or on your temples, but you just want to be very careful that you don't get it too close to your eyes, and you wash your hands after applying something like peppermint so that you don't accidentally go forget and rub your eye. If you do ever do something like that, do not try to flush the oil out with water, because water will just compound that oil. So you want to go get your carrier oil, or even something like milk, so that will neutralize the oil. Yes, and even put a couple drops of milk in your eye. Believe me, if you have a really bad stinging oil, that would feel better. So far, knock on wood, I have managed to use oils all these years without forgetting and putting something right into my eye. Too bad, but anyway, it's a good tip to kind of have in your back pocket. Here's another thing. It is possible that your body can grow accustomed to the same essential oil if you use it over and over and over again the same day. So it's probably a good idea to mix it up every once in a while. As you get to know more about oils, you'll find that there are different oils that you can use for some of the same things. So you can use different oils for respiratory support, for a good night's sleep, for uplifting your emotions, for energy, for immunity boosting, like whatever it is, there's more than one. It's okay, you'll have your favorites, and it's okay to use your favorite most of the time, but just changing it up every now and then can do your body good. So just you'll learn as you get to know them more. Everybody is different, and that is why I cannot tell you like what oil would be good for you, what always for this. I can suggest that this one is good for supporting the system, but the joy in it and the empowerment in it comes in researching yourself and researching by using the oils yourself. So really, I just want to give you enough information that you know to go try and play with and experiment and benefit from these essential oils. Finally, while we're talking about safety, I want to circle back to that topic of internal use that we had talked about. And I had already alluded to that. If I'm talking about internal use, I'm only ever recommending Young Living essential oils for that. Most aromatherapists will not recommend internal use of essential oils. And guess what? In most cases, I would completely agree with that. So why? And that's actually because most oil companies do not have any GRAS, generally regarded as safe, oils to take. You have got to know everything about the oil going into you, the integrity of the company, and how they are made, what the oils contain. And most companies either cannot provide that information, will not provide that information, or it's not good. The answers just simply aren't good. So you do not want to take any other oils internally, only Young Living, and only if you're comfortable. You don't have to even take essential oils internally. I know some people who love to use them, and they've been, scared to even want to take them internally, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. You can benefit other ways from them. But many people have taken Young Living essential oils internally for decades, and they've benefited from them well. So as a matter of fact, Young Living has a line of essential oils called Vitality, which have a distinctive white label, so you know which ones are safe for internal consumption. Okay, so if essential oils are safe to use, what about on the other hand? And we'll catch back up there on the next video.